does something to you that I've heard you explain to my team. I'd love if you don't mind to share that with our audience.
Yeah, so the first day I meet him, we all go to the park and we play basketball, and he introduces himself as this manager in Hollywood and how he could take my music career to the next level, and he believes I'm very talented. And so all of us kids, we hang out with him at the park, and later on that night, we're driving around and he takes me out of the car. We go walk around by some trees, and he just pushes me against a tree all of a sudden. What's going on? And he attempts to take down my pants, and I'm just saying, no, what are you doing? And he's like, yeah, I'll just take down your pants. And I'm struggling, and I say, no, not now. So to get out of it in that moment, then I said later, because I was frightened, didn't know what else to say. So nothing further happens that night, but it's what happened after this that really, really affected me for many years.
I understand, no child should have their innocence pierced at any age. Certainly at that youthful age was hard to process it. Marty Weiss apparently already earned a reputation for crossing the line with his clients. You didn't know this.
No.
But he crossed the line with you again. So I'll leave the story to you.
Yeah, so because I said later, he approached me again, and he said, because he manipulated the process and said it seemed like you were interested, so he attempted again at a restaurant in a bathroom somewhere. And at that point, we were just getting the paperwork done for the management, and I again said, no, I'm very uncomfortable. There may be cameras, so I used that excuse. And so I got out of it then again, but it was the third time, the first time where he was successful, where he completely became violent. And my mom dropped me off at his place, and we were rehearsing music lyrics and lines. And as soon as he shut the door, we said goodbye to her. He shut the door, he turns over and looks at me and says, drop your pants. And he walks over swiftly and he presses his arm against my chest, and to a point like where it hurt. And he yanks down my pants, and he does oral sex on me. And I've now just turned 12 years old, and I'm prepubescent, I'm not responsive, and it's just the most damaging experience of my life, because after that moment, I just felt like I couldn't deal with situations anymore like I could before. I just felt like I was silenced, and I had no say, and it really, really did a lot for me, because I felt like it became a tool, and it was just a very bad experience. And even afterwards, he started crying to me and apologizing and saying, I'm sorry that I did that. But in the moment, I'm just so numb. And we just signed the music deal, and I didn't know, I love music, I love to sing, I didn't want to disappoint my family, and I was afraid of saying anything, because I just wish I would have at the time, but I was just so numb. I didn't want anybody to know, and I was ashamed of it, and ashamed as a guy too. There's such a stigma that we need to, that we don't get abused, that this doesn't happen, you have to fight back, and because I didn't, I just completely shut down in the moment, that I felt like if I would have said something, people would have asked me that question, but in reality, I would have probably gotten out of it, because...
Don't be harsh on yourself. I don't know how any 11 or 12-year-old child could possibly deal with this.
Right.
It's one thing I've learned, and again, it's been very eye-opening for me to talk with you and others who've come forward, is how little I understand about the pressures of being young and having an innocence destroyed by someone who should know better. How many times did he abuse you, Marty Weiss?
He abused me close to 100 times.
Hear you say that, and I can hear the audience murmuring, but I'm going to have Evan walk you through how it is possible. You say you're a close family. Your mom dropped you off the first day that you were assaulted. And so she shouts, she loves you. And Marty had pattern, right? He'd get very close to the families. If I have there's video. Let me show you a video of that Evan shared with us. This is home video footage. The family's having fun. They're playing music. They're all musicians. And there he is. You see him there? He's in the video. And he's made himself part of the fabric of your family. But at that young age, what do you think would have happened if you told your family? Do you think they would have believed you?
I think they would have believed me, but at the time I just didn't. I didn't want to bring them into this process either, but as a 12-year-old, it's just very hard to admit something like that.
It's hard even to bring it up. I'm sure years later, which is why so many don't. Up next, how Evan finally turned Marty Weiss in. But what happened after that will shock you.